ngiti, nalungkot at nasaktan sa tuwing ako'y umiiyak. Silang nagturo sa akin mula sa pagkabata na anumang maranasan, manalangin at magtiwala sa Diyos. Ngayong sila'y matanda na,
Tay, Nay, tara na po, sasamba na po tayo.
Huwag kalimutan sina tatay at nanay, lalo na kapag sila'y matanda na. Isang paalala mula sa INCRadio, magayon na kabikulan.
Ito ang INCRadio, DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan, himpilan ng Iglesia ni Cristo, sumasahimpapawid mula sa Quezon City.
Let us celebrate family love.
One of the greatest blessings we can ever have.
Let us listen to stories of faith
and inspire us to be resilient whatever may come.
Let us engage in meaningful discussions
and talk about things that you can relate to.
Let us learn new things.
And let it encourage us to be even more confident.
Laugh with us.
Cry with us.
Let us create beautiful moments together
so that they can become beautiful memories that we can look back to.
Take a seat. Get comfortable wherever may you be.
Let us welcome you home to the Cheerful Hearts family.
Time. How are you consciously spending it? Tune in to INCRadio Southeast Asia Satellite Studio, the home of the Cheerful Hearts family, this Saturday, October 11 from 1 to 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Join us as we learn from Brother Austin Tinawin, a human resource consultant in Malaysia, as he shares the benefits of living a time-conscious lifestyle because every moment truly matters. See you there!
It's another Saturday with Cheerful Hearts family. You are tuned in to INCRadio Southeast Asia Satellite Studio, the home of Cheerful Hearts family. We'll talk about family topics that truly matter. Today is the 11th of October, and the time now is 1:02 Philippine Standard Time. A warm hello to all our viewers and listeners tuning in through our YouTube channel and on DDM 954 AM radio station terrestrial broadcast in the Philippines. We hope you're enjoying having us in the background while spending quality time with your loved ones. And as early as now, I would like to greet our fogging techs in the studio, Kuya Daryl Cabo and Kuya Dan Bordeos. Thank you for always taking care of us, for making our program so smooth. I am Sister Michelle Liwanag Ranches, broadcasting live from my home studio here in Jakarta, Indonesia. Salamat siyang semuanya. And joining me today is Sister Gab from Malaysia and Sister Shane in Jakarta. How are you today, ladies?
Hello, sister. I'm really good today, and cheerful Saturday to everyone. I'm Sister Gab, and I'm so glad to be part of the program once again. And I'm really excited for today's Tea Talks as we dive into the benefits of living a time-conscious lifestyle. I'm sure many of us can relate. We're all living in such a fast-paced world, and sometimes I find it hard to manage our time, and I know I do, so stay tuned because our featured guests will be sharing some really effective tips and methods later on. How about you, Sister Shane? How are you?
I'm also good, Sister Gab, and my notes are very ready for now. And Sister Gab, I can't wait to try out those methods in my own daily routine. Plus, today's program also gives us a glimpse of the recent activities in the District of Malaysia and Singapore in our See in Action segment. And that's not all. We've also prepared a suiting INC music cover by our very own sister, Vinaya Nair. All that and more coming up in today's Cheerful program.
Yes, I'm so excited with our Sea Talks for today. So sit back, relax, and learn with us. And don't forget to share today's program with your family and loved ones and friends. We're live in our YouTube live chat channel, INZ Radio CZM 954. Please don't forget to tune in. And if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. And feel free to send your greetings to your loved ones in in our YouTube live chat. We are going to read some of them later, and we also would like you to participate answering this question for today. Since it's our topic, it's time management, consciously managing our time. How are you making the most of your time? I repeat, our question for today, please answer and share your views. How are you making the most of your time? Be it you're a student, you're a dad, you're a mom, you're a working mom, working individual, please share your answers. We can't wait to read your answers later. But first, I'd love to hear from the two students that I am with, Sister Gab and Sister Shane. How do you or how are you making the most of your time? Let's start with Sister Shane or Sister Gab, whoever would like to answer first.
So thank you, Sister Mitch. So recently, I have been using my time in playing basketball or just studying the materials because it's almost the exam season, so I have to keep it up. And that's probably it, sister.
Wow, I didn't know that you're playing basketball. I know that you were very studious. How about Sister Gab?
Wow, Sister Shane is so athletic. I couldn't be that, but juggling my time between studies, social life, and as well as church duties, it can be challenging at times, but I still manage to stay balanced and focused.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's for your students, we have different perspective, and of course, our leaders also would like to share later. Please do answer our question. How do you manage your time? In my case, I manage my time. Of course, I'm a working mom, and I have a 5-year-old son. I'm a church organist. I'm a teacher. I focus on personal growth, and I focus also on performing my church duties and other more important obligations in life. We are very excited for this topic for today. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Shane and Sister Gab. Let's talk about more later. And now we are going to be the moment that we've been waiting for. I'm so excited with this very important topic, and I know I'm excited to learn from this very to our resource person for today. And I hope our listeners will learn. Let's not keep you waiting and wait any longer. Please enjoy and learn from this video. We are going to have our brother Austin Tinawin. He is the choir director in the ecclesiastical district of Malaysia. I know him personally. He visited Jakarta last year, and today he's our very special guest for this Talk segments. Let's take a look at this video and learn from Brother Austin. Take it away, Kuya Tek.
Cheerful Saturday. Hi.
Hi.
Are you Brother Austin Tinawin?
Yes, I am. Good morning to you and good afternoon to everyone who is watching today.
How long have you been here in Malaysia, Brother Austin?
I've been here actually since I was born. I'm actually 30 years old this year. So 30 years.
Wow, since birth. So how do you describe Malaysia?
Malaysia is a melting pot of culture, a melting pot of food, and amazing things to see and visit all over Malaysia. Actually, within Malaysia itself, there's a lot of cultural heritage that I would recommend to visit. And most importantly, you come here for the food.
Food! We love that! So what's your usual place in Malaysia?
So usually, I stay in a cafe or I work in an office because, like I said again, food is very good in Malaysia, and I think it is one of the key things that you want to visit or do in the country.
What is your line of work?
I'm actually a human resource consultant for a company based here in Malaysia. And what I do specifically in my line of work is I help companies engage with a lot of their employees to increase the benefits and to increase the employee happiness.
Interesting. What is your church duty?
So I am currently the choir director of the District of Malaysia.
And what's your favorite food?
Malaysian food?
What is specific Malaysian food?
Oh, specific Malaysian food. I really like the nasi lemak here in Malaysia. It is coconut rice with what they call a sambal. Sambal is essentially prawn paste with chilies and anchovies. It's something that is a must try in Malaysia.
What are your habits?
Oh, my habits, mainly just playing music. Like what my duty says, I've been an organist since I was 12 years old. So music has been really ingrained in my life. And I do that almost every single day. And it is one of the best hobbies that relaxes me, calms me down. And I think it's something that I want everyone to experience, at least once in your life, learn music.
Speaking of relaxation, aside from music, what's your best way to unwind?
Oh, so the best way that I would unwind, essentially just going out and looking for food. Since Malaysia itself, there's a lot of different cultures that are here. You can actually spend a whole day going out and finding for Chinese food, Malay food, or even Indian food. So Malaysia has 3 different main cultures, and this is something that what makes Malaysia very unique. Since it is comprised of 3 main cultures, Malaysian food comprises of Chinese food, Malaysian food, or Malay food, or Indian food itself. So if you ask me what my hobbies are to unwind, is just to find the certain hidden gems of Malaysian food.
You've been here since birth. Can you speak the local language?
Yes, I do. I am very fluent in Bahasa Malaysia. And my favorite saying in Bahasa Malaysia is Jom makan or let's eat.
How about greeting the viewers in Bahasa Melayu?
Selamat pagi semua. Tolong datang Malaysia. Malaysia waits for you.
What's the helpful advice you've ever received this year?
This year, the helpful advice that I've received, the most impactful advice that I've received is essentially to be yourself. A lot of people tend to say that, oh, the world is moving at a very fast pace. But I would say, be yourself, take things one step at a time, and that's how you will be able to enjoy the views or to enjoy the experiences that you have.
That's a nice one, Brother Austin. By the way, are you a time-conscious individual?
I am a very time-conscious individual. Yeah, so I think one of the reasons why I'm very time-conscious is because I work full-time, and then my duty as well is it does take a lot of time, so you really need very good time management. So an example of this would be within my duties or within my week itself, I would book my calendar in certain time blocks to figure out, okay, this time is for work, this time is for my duties, and of course, being an organist, I need a lot time to practice. So this is something that I would always have within my life.
But what does a time-conscious lifestyle mean to you?
A time-conscious lifestyle to me means essentially making use of the hourly blocks that you have in your time. So, I mean, everyone knows this. There's only 24 hours in a day. But obviously, within the 24 hours, you only have, I would say, about 12 hours to do something more impactful, because the rest of the 12 hours is either your sleep or you're traveling, right? So within that 12 hours itself, I tend to break it down to a very specific hourly block. So within that hourly block, I would say, okay, I would read my emails within this 1 hour. I would make sure that this is completed within 1 hour. Within the next 1 hour, I would be practicing the organ, and then the next hour I would be performing my duties. So I think this is something that is very difficult to do for some people, because you tend to not visualize the time. Right, so I think what is my advice would be to make sure that you can see what the time blocks are. So an example of this would be, okay, I would allocate 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for lunch. So within that 1 hour, everything that I do is focused on lunch. Anything else would be something, extra, right? So more so towards the parts where it involves work. So when it comes to work, a lot of the people in corporate, they work on a calendar. So your meetings are blocked in calendars. And what I've learned during my time working in corporate is that within this hourly block, it is something that is very important to make sure that you manage this time. So an example of this would be, don't allow your time blocks to run. So an example, if you're given 1 hour to do something, maximum it's 1 hour. So this is how I would, basically do the things within my day.
Was there a specific moment or a period in your life that made you realize you needed to change your relationship with time?
Yes, definitely. So back in 2023, when I became the choir director of the district, it made me realize that the whole idea of time changed. Because one, not only did I need to manage my time at work, I also needed to manage my time performing my duties. Within itself, when as a choir member or as an organist, you need to allocate a little bit more time towards the practice, a little bit more time towards your duties, because as a choir member, if we are not prepared, it is very, very difficult to perform our duties. So that is something that really made me, think of time in a different manner, because being a church officer, it is very, very difficult for me to look at things and say, oh, I need more time for this, when in fact, in my whole life, I needed to make sure that I will be able to manage this time properly.
And there you have it. Our featured guest for today, Brother Austin Tinawin. He's a district choir president, an organist, and an HR business partner by profession. It was so nice getting to know more about him and even learning a few Basa Malay words like phrase like "Jom makan," which means let's eat. So thank you for that many language lesson, Brother Austin. He's definitely the perfect person to talk about living a time conscious lifestyle since he's been practicing it for quite some time now. You made such a good point about being yourself, because being your own person, because no one will take that away from you, if that makes any sense. And I could totally relate when he mentioned breaking down your time blocks and allocating your time, because it helps me stay organized and make the most out of each day, because it's easy to feel overwhelmed and everything will be all over the place if I don't plan ahead. So we better be prepared, which is, yeah. So how about you, Sister Mitch? How would you say, are you a time conscious individual?
Well, Sister Gab, I have to say that at your young age, you are very mature to answer such question about time management. You are a student. Yeah, and I agree with what have you said and mentioned. Of course, Brother Austin, I know him. I mentioned a while ago that I met because he is a choir director. Brother Dustin is the choir director, and actually Brother Jess, the father of Brother Austin, ang sabi po niya sa comment natin in the YouTube lecture, anak ko yan. Very proud that. Hello po ka Austin, hello to Ate Ruby and the family of Brother Austin. I'm myself is an organist, and I really have to make time to practice before performing my duties. As Brother Austin mentioned, it's not just about playing it, it's about putting yourself to it, an effort to it, and how do you teach a choir. It takes a lot of discipline and planning, especially when balancing work, church duties, and personal time. But it's always worth it when we get to fulfill our duties very well. And another thing that I also mentioned is that I'm also a teacher, a mom, so I have to really manage my time wisely. And those tips that Brother Austin mentioned are very, very important about identifying the time blocks and maximizing them. It takes a lot of discipline because it's quite challenging. We get distracted with a lot of things going around us, but time allocation is very essential. And for working people or working individuals like me, it's very important to use those method so that we will not be able to be cramming and when meeting our deadlines. And also, please, our viewers, what are your thoughts about this? How are you making the most of your time? If you are a working individual, if you are a mom, if you are a student, please share your answers to us. We can read them later. How about you, Sister Shane? In a student point of view, again, as a church member and as a daughter, what are your thoughts, Sister Shane?
I think that I really also have to be time conscious in what I do, just like what you said, Sister Mitch. But as a student, I have to really manage my time in both studying and both in socializing. And also, I have to both be more conscious in what I scroll or um, what I waste my time with, because I am currently not very that good at time management. So I would really, really love to learn it. And I also really can relate with Brother Austin that I really do love music and food just like him. And I also love to play basketball too. And
Sister Shane, you really love music. You have a good voice. I
thank
know.
you, sister. And that's just the first part of our C Talks. We'll be hearing more tips from Brother Austin right here after these important messages from INCRadio. Stay tuned.
Nakikinig kayo sa Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan.
In today's ever-changing world, where digital technology covers many aspects of our day-to-day lives.
All right, team, how are you all? Let's start our meeting.
Oh, this recipe looks delicious. Nowadays, it's easy to look for a recipe to cook for your family. Simply browse online and there, you'll find tons of them. I love it.
My report in the class today is about the proper way of using the internet.
Drawing is so much better using a phone. I can also make them move. Look, Mommy.
Let me see. Wow.
I love reading, but my eyes are tired. Let me just listen to my audiobooks.
It's time.
One thing is constant.
Who is assigned to pray?
It's me, Dad. Let's pray.
And will remain a lifelong priority. Family Hour. Family Devotional Prayer.
Welcome back, and time check. It's 1:21 Philippine Standard Time. You are still tuned in to INC Radio Southeast Asia, the home of the Triple Hearts family. Thank you for always tuning in with us. Please do not go away. We are going to share much more about Brother Austin. I would just like to read this comment from Sister Kate Caroline Orden. She said, it's indeed imperative for us to know how to manage our time. Creating a timetable helps very much to all of us from Malaysia. Also, Brother William Reglado would like to say hello to the brethren in District of Malaysia. Thank you for supporting INC Radio Satellite Studio. Greetings from Bangkok, Thailand. Also from Brother Melchor Anthony Kalipayan. Happy viewing to all po. Hello po, Ka Bernard and family from Bukit Indah. And from Sister Ruby Tinawin, from the Cheerful Hearts of the Brethren, from the Cheerful Hearts brethren from the local congregation of Subang Jaya. Happy viewing po. And then we would also like to take this opportunity to greet the people behind our broadcast. We'd like to express our heartfelt thanks to the pillars behind each broadcast. Your dedication and support make all of these possible po. To our executive producer, Sister Joy Butaya, to our INC Radio Southeast Asia Satellite Studio supervising producer, Brother Jerry Embolterio, to our CEBSI coordinator for Asia, Brother Wilner Aguelias, to our Deputy Executive Minister and CEBSI President and CEO, Brother Angelo Aranio Vimanalo, and of course, to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo Vimanalo. We extend our sincerest gratitude for your continued guidance and support, which allow this media platform to grow and flourish. And we thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Earlier, we had the chance to meet our featured guest, Brother Austin Tinawi, our choir director in the Classical District of Malaysia. And before we move on to C Talks Part 2, let's take a quick break with fun and cheerful game. We will call it activity. Check. Are you ready, Sister Shane and Sister Gab? So I will just explain the mechanics. Yeah. So the mechanics is very simple. I'm just going to ask you abruptly. You don't need to think deeply. It's a random question. I will just announce a specific time in the day. Each of us will then share our usual activity during that schedule that I will say. And also, of course, our viewers invited to share also your specific activity on this on the hour that I will mention or the day that I will mention. For example, what do you usually do on a Saturday at 7 a.m. or what do you usually do or at 12 p.m. On Saturdays? You see, I'm listening to INC Radio. So let's just do it randomly. Sister Shane, what are you doing at 9 o'clock Sunday on Sundays?
I'm still having my duty as a CWS watcher. That means I'm still at church, but
Wow, very time conscious and she knows the schedule. How about how about Sister Gab? Sunday, 9 o'clock. Sister
Same with
Gab.
Sister Jane. I'm at church attending worship service.
I think all of us will get are in the church at 9 o'clock in the morning every Sunday. We start at 7 o'clock. Actually, we perform at the first hour worship. Our viewers, please share your thoughts. What do you do 9 a.m. Sunday? We'd love to know what do you do at 9 o'clock a.m. Sunday. Ang sabi po dito ay ang sabi po nila ay in the church performing our duties. Okay, so let's move on. How about um 1 o'clock p.m. Monday? Sister Gab muna. 1 o'clock p.m. Monday. She looks up thinking about her timetable, I think,
I'm at school studying po.
at school studying. Sister Shane, how about you?
I'm also at school po studying.
Okay, I'm working. Okay. So please share your answers po sa amin. What are you doing at 1 p.m. Monday? How about, okay, after school lang itatanong ko sa inyo because you are at school from 7 a.m. up to I think 4 p.m. How about at night, 7 p.m. Wednesday, Shane?
I'm still doing my remaining homeworks, for example, maths and A maths, but
Wow, studious. You might get straight A, Shane, for being very studious. Sister Gab, 7 p.m.
I'm probably at home by then and cooking dinner.
Cooking dinner. Do you cook your dinner?
Yes po.
Wow, that's very interesting. Time management to cook your dinner is very important also, right? Okay. Sabi po ng mga kapatid natin in our YouTube live chat from Sister Ida Yap, watching from Surabaya, Surabaya, we are still at the church at 9 a.m. Sunday po. Okay. How about Thursday around 8 p.m.? What do you do, Sister Gab?
Sister, on my way to church by that time.
Okay, so church day is Thursday. Sister Shane, how about you? Studying.
yeah, still studying my remaining homeworks, but
Okay. Saturday. Okay, let's do Saturday. Assuming we're not performing INC radio, what do you do at 9 a.m., Sister Shane?
um I I eat breakfast and after that I take a shower, but
Okay, so you wake up late normally during Saturday,
yes,
right? Okay. Sister Gab, how about you? Saturday at 9 a.m.
I'm still sleeping at that time.
Wow, I envy you if you're still sleeping at that time, 9 a.m. Saturday, because there's no work, there's no school for many. So they are still sleeping or eating breakfast at 9 a.m. Sister Joyce said Monday she's working. Okay, so most of us are working at every Monday up to Friday, or if you're a student, you are at school. Wednesday, 7 p.m. from Ate Joyce Atanasio, performing in the worship service. Hashtag from Vietnam. Wow. Okay, last. What do you do at 9 p.m. every Friday? Shane, it's the weekend.
Yes, so have a bit of free time and I scroll through social media.
Okay. Do you manage your time during the social media? We'll talk about that later. You can answer that later, Shane. So
Okay.
9 p.m. Grab 9 p.m.
Hanging out
Friday.
with my friends.
So that's the time to hang out.
Yes.
Yes. So I would say 9 p.m. I don't worry much about the time waking up early the next day. So I will play with my son and sometimes we go out or we go out with some friends with his playmates as well. Okay. And also um most of us, okay, we have different timing, I think. Okay. But most of us, we have our devotional time, prayer, right? We have blocked that time in our schedule. Do you agree, Shane?
Yes, but me and my family have a devotional prayer every 8:55 p.m. po.
Yeah. How about Sister Gab? Same?
Yes, I have devotional prayer with myself.
Yes, very good. Yeah, at their young age, they know what are their priorities and how to manage their time well. That's a very quick cheerful game. I hope that everyone enjoyed that. And the two ladies that I am with, they were pressured to answer, but they are students. They are very studious. We found out now, and they do not forget to perform their duties. And of course, most importantly, our devotional prayer. Did you enjoy that, Sister Gab?
Yes, Paul, Sister Mitch, that was so much fun as well as Sister Shane. I hope she had fun as well. It just goes to show that we're all mindful of how we spend our time and that we truly value the priorities in our daily schedules. So thank you as well to our dear viewers and listeners for joining in. Now let's head back to Brother Austin as he shares more helpful tips on how we can spend our time wisely. Take it away, Kuya Tek.
What is one small daily habit that has had the biggest impact on your ability to manage your time?
Okay, I'd like to share this technique called time dumping. So essentially what I do early in the morning after I wake up, actually you can do it the night before. So what time dumping essentially means is you writing in a piece of paper what you have to do for the day. So an example of this would be, oh, I need to reply to this client, or I need to practice playing the organ, or I need to practice singing this hymn, for example. So what will happen now is that within that time dump, you will allocate the activities towards certain time blocks. So I'd like to do it in 1 hour time blocks, but of course this can be changed to 30 minutes, this can be changed to 15-minute time blocks, so that you have a little bit more control of what the time length of activities would be. So yeah, this is the techniques that I would do.
I'll keep that in mind. What role does technology play in your time-conscious life? Do you see it as a tool or a distraction?
So it can be both. It can be a tool and it can be a distraction. So what do I mean by it can be a tool? So like what everyone has today, everyone has a smartphone. So within your smartphone, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of different apps that you are able to take notes on. You are able to set reminders. So this is what the technology would be used for, essentially making sure that you are on track. However, when it comes to distractions, tech can also be a very, very big distraction, especially when it comes to time management. Why? Because of social media websites or social media apps where you can see yourself doom scrolling, or what people like to say, oh, I'm going on this app and I'm going to scroll. And over time you forget, oh, I've already spent 2 hours on that app. So yeah, so we have to be very careful when it comes to managing our times, especially when we have distractions such as social media apps.
That's right. But how do you protect your time from the demands of others?
I think the best thing to do to stop others from distracting you is to say no. We have to learn how to say no. Because, for example, someone may invite you for lunch, but you have something very, very important that needs to be finished. Lunch can always be on another day. But those items that you need to complete, it cannot be finished on another day. So it's more towards what is more prioritized. So I would say, learn to say no, and make sure you are firm when you say no.
That's a good point. What is your go-to strategy for handling a day that gets completely derailed by unexpected events or interruptions?
Things happen, right? So a lot of things happen in our lives, and some of the things we cannot control. So the best way that I would say to reset from that is to actually take a look at your time block again, or take a look at your calendar and reprioritize what is important. So an example of this would be, let's say something out of the ordinary comes up. Let's say there is internet disruption or electrical disruption where you could not do your work. What I would say is we move up, or we change the priorities. So let's say we look at lower priority items and we move it to another day. So all these high priority items, we try to finish it within the same day itself. So that's how I would do it.
But how do you use your values to prioritize your schedule?
Most important to me is the values that was taught by the Church of Christ. I think essentially when it comes to a lot of the things that we do, we always tend to say that we need to be Christians when we do our things. And that essentially also means how I do my work and how I prioritize a lot of the things that I need to do. An example of this would be, I would always prioritize my church duty. So if that means me selecting wanting to practice versus going out with friends, I would always make sure that I would be prepared for my performance of my duty and go out with my friends after that has been completed.
I love the dedication. What is the most significant benefit you've experienced since adopting this lifestyle?
So the biggest benefit that I've experienced is essentially that feeling of control, because a lot of the times when we don't have a schedule, you tend to feel that life is out of control. We want to have that sense of normality. We want to have that sense of being able to do what we want to do. So being in control of your time essentially means being in control of your life. So again, when it comes to being able to understand what we need as, number one, as Christians, we always need that time, to perform our most holy duties, to worship our Lord God. So with this allows us to feel content in our life. If we push forward and we always prioritize the worship services or the performance of our duties, I'm pretty sure when it comes to the different aspects of our life, everything will fall into place because we have prioritized our Lord God.
That is so true. So tell us, what's the one thing our listeners or viewers can do right now to start their journey toward a more time-conscious life?
The most basic thing that our viewers can do is essentially to list out the things that we do on a daily basis. Because a lot of us maybe are not conscious of how it is to live a life in your life. So an example of this would be, list out how many times or what are the things that you need to do. For example, let's say you need to travel to work. Consider the amount of time that you spend going to work. Consider the amount of time you take to finish a task. So the moment you are able to visualize the time that you have spent, it will be so much easier to manage your time. So that would be my advice. Visualize what you do in a day. Back then, I was really terrible at time management, but everything changed when I started working in my current company. A lot of the things that were taught to me was done by my ex-manager. So what he did was, essentially he knew that I was struggling with deadlines. He saw that I was struggling with prioritizing things. So I think the first thing that he did was he asked me to list down what I was doing on a daily basis. So an example of this would be, okay, so he told me, hey, Austin, write down some of the tasks that you do daily, right? So an example of this would be, I needed to make reports, I needed to talk to clients, I needed to reply my emails and things like that. So once he did that, he showed me this piece of paper and he made me write it down, everything in that piece of paper. Now within that piece of paper, he listed down the schedule of the day. For example, you start your day at 9 a.m. So from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., we put in one item from that box. This methodology is called time dumping. This is something that I've learned and been practicing throughout my 8 years working in that company. And it's been such a big help. And within this time box itself, you are able to, one, understand what's coming up next, because this is the most important thing that we have to remember. We tend to lose track of time because we don't know what is coming up next. So the moment we realize what is coming up next, that is how we are able to make sure that we have a deadline for that hour. An example of this would be, if your next task is at 10 a.m., before 10, and during that time block of 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., you should be able to complete the tasks that were given to you. I think this is something that really changed my life, because I've not only implemented it at work, I've also implemented it in my personal life. This includes going to buy groceries. Who wants to spend 3 hours in a supermarket, right? So I would always give myself 1 hour to get all my groceries. So now within that 1 hour, I am forced to make decisions such as writing to buy list. So I would write the list of things that I needed to buy and then go into the supermarket and find those items immediately. Because if we don't have planning to our time, we tend to get distracted, or we tend to take longer when it comes to a lot of the things that we do. So now this time dumping methodology has also helped me in my duties as well as a church organist, because being a church organist does not only mean you have to play the organ during the worship service, but it also means that you need to incorporate a certain amount of time every week to practice the hymns that you are playing. So this allows me to make sure that I am getting enough practice before the performance of my duties, as well as getting enough time to be able to study the hymns that I need to teach the choir members as part of my duty as well. So I hope this technique does help our viewers. And if you have any questions with regards to the time box methodology, you can always search it up, because this is something that is very, very common within what they call time management professionals. Thank you so much to all our viewers who tuned in to learn more about my time-conscious lifestyle. I hope you've learned a thing or two, and I wish you all the best on your time management journey. Also, I'd like to wish our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, a very happy birthday po. We love you so much po. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Brother Austin. You're really an inspiration. Your journey toward a time conscious lifestyle to inspire us to reflect on how we manage our time, and to start being more intentional with how we spend our time. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again next time. I would like to mention that he mentioned about food in Malaysia. When he came here, he was looking for nasi padang. He did not want to go to any other restaurants except for local cuisine. That is Brother Austin. I would just like to take this chance to read some of the comments from our YouTube live chat. Every Saturday, INC Radio Time from Brother Roger Paimani. Thank you so much po. We attend Bible studies and cleaning house of worship from Brother Michael. And also we have a greetings from Brother Viklieva to all the ministers and evangelical workers. He would like to say hello po. From Sister Kate Sebastian, our producer, she said, learn to say no and stick to the schedule. Galing po kay Ate Kate. And Brother Eric Charlton has a side comment. That's deep. Sabi po ni Brother Eric. And from Sister Kate Caroline Arden, Ate Kate, Sister Kate ulit, using the quadrant of prioritization helps you focus on what truly matters, spending time on important tasks instead of just reacting to what feels urgent. Thank you for your insight, Ate Kate. Or then also, uh, from Sister Che Reynosa, she said, thanks for this meaningful topic. Hello to all of you there, Ate Che. Going back to our sea talks, thank you, Brother Austin, again for the wonderful sharing that you have mentioned. Time dumping, list down the things you have to do, but it's also good to welcome controlled flexibility, because sometimes there are distractions. If you will agree with me, Sister Shane and Sister Gab, no? Are you also being distracted, Sister Shane?
Recently, I have always been distracted because I haven't learned this method of called time dumping. And about this method of time dumping, I think it's really very, very effective for us to actually apply it to our daily routine, so that everything that we do is planned out and every hour takes because people say that time is very, very important, because that is where our lives depends on. And actually, I really agree with you, Sister Mitch, on about how we need to manage our time properly. And also, how about you, Sister Gab? What part of Brother Austin's time management journey resonated with you the most?
To me, what resonated me the most is the time dumping as well as learning how to say no. I totally agree with Brother Austin that you really need to have discipline, know your priorities, and stay true to your values when it comes to managing your time. It's also important to stick to the schedule that you've set for yourself. Because in my case, I tend to get distracted by the things that seem more interesting than the tasks that I actually put on to myself. And it's really hard, for example, when I'm supposed to be studying, I might end up scrolling through social media and watching videos and say that few scrolls won't hurt. Then as time goes by, like 3 hours already passes. So each times I might, so other times I might focus too much on planning church activities, attending gatherings, and I tend to forget that I had set aside time for schoolwork. So even for simple things like listening to music or taking a short break can turn hours last. So yeah, we need to priorities and let go of these distractions to make easy to forget the time that we've allocated for the important task.
Yes, take that from Sister Gab. What you say? Few
Well,
scrolls won't hurt. Few scrolls won't hurt, but you will keep on scrolling until how many minutes, how many hours have you spent for that, right? And Brother Austin also is a very dedicated choir member, a choir director. He mentioned that to the extent that he's going to uh, refuse or say no to something because you have to prioritize the performance in the choir. I remember also I have to refuse a lot of invitations from friends because we need to practice. We need to prioritize our practice and uh, it's very nice to hear that coming from Brother Austin. And also, he has a very good point on church values. And we shouldn't forget that as members of the church. We also got another comment from Sister Santa Costala. She said, uh, time management offers many advantages that can greatly improve both personal and professional life. It helps increase productivity. Well, very nice. Thank you so much for your sharing. We really appreciate your thoughts about our topic. It's very important for all of us. And also, thank you so much again, Brother Austin, for your wonderful sharing. We are grateful that we learned something from you today. As we wrap up and our C talks for today, let's keep these thoughts in our mind. Being mindful of our time is essential because every moment holds value. We should strive to use our time wisely, giving priority to the thing that matters most, our family, friends, careers, and most importantly, our sacred services to our Almighty God. And as members of the Church of Christ, we are constantly reminded to set aside time for our devotional prayers, as we have mentioned, and for our family hour. For it is in speaking to God daily that we find peace, strength, and strengthen our faith and gain the courage to face life's challenges. This
So
time,
this time, let's take a look at some of the recently held activities across Southeast Asia. We'll start with the Ecclesiastical District of Malaysia, where children's worship service Tagisan ng Talino International Semifinals has just concluded. So here are the video insights highlights from that inspiring activity.
Troubles in this life may come, but that's okay. I'll still be happy anyway. This world may try to bring me down, but I won't mind. I'll still be happy all the time.
It was pretty good, and I think I got a good score. All throughout, I was pretty nervous, but still, I was confident. This activity helped me to trust more in God and helped me more to learn lessons and the CWS worship service.
Actually, from the day of the preparation, we've seen him very patient and very diligent in reviewing the lessons. We've never seen him get tired of it. And every day, even after his exams at school, he finds time to memorize the lessons, even the verses. And there were times that he may seem to be nervous, but in the event, he finally got his confidence to participate in this big event.
We are thankful for our church administration for bringing up this kind of activity for CWS, and we are proud of our son for representing the District of Malaysia.
During times when I'm weak, I'm not alone. So I'll always hold on.
As soon as we heard this activity, we prepared the schedule review via online and face-to-face with my co-CWS teachers. And we have noticed that Brother Mabi is very diligent and he is attentive and easy to understand all the review materials that we prepared for him.
We are so thankful to the church administration of the Church of Christ for taking time in developing this application that we used for the Tagisan ng Talino Semifinals International, because we find the application very intuitive, especially for the children, and it helps them to remember Bible stories, lessons, and verses that is being taught in the children's worship service.
Congratulations to Brother Mavericks de Guanco from the local congregation of Bangsar for proudly representing the District of Malaysia. We're so proud of you. You truly shown great discipline in managing your time and preparing for this activity. It's so wonderful to see that even at a young age, you're already learning the importance of being mindful of how you spend your time. From Malaysia, let's move on to our neighboring country, Singapore. Let's hear more about their recent blood donation drive from Sister Lay Takbar.
As the demand for blood donation continues to rise in Singapore, members of the Iglesia Ni Cristo once again answered the call to help save lives. The District of Singapore held its third blood donation drive for the year, demonstrating unwavering compassion and unity in support of the community's healthcare needs. Organized by the Christian Family Organizations in collaboration with the Singapore Red Cross, the blood donation activity was held simultaneously in designated blood banks. From the early in the day, brethren arrived in groups, some of first-time donors eager to take part in the noble cause. Singapore's hospitals require about 400 units of blood daily to meet the needs of patients undergoing surgeries, treatments for cancer, trauma care, and more. With only 1.8% of the population donating regularly, blood donation drives like this play a vital role in maintaining a stable supply. To support the success of the event, the CFO officers rolled out an awareness and preparation campaign, encouraging brethren to build healthy habits and ensure eligibility. Many were guided on proper nutrition, hydration, rest, and what to expect during the donation process. The brethren from the District of Singapore continue to be grateful to the church administration for approving activities such as the blood donation drive, where they can make an impactful contribution to the society while putting the words of God taught to us. Whenever you possibly can, do good to those who need it. From Singapore, I am Sister Christine Tagbar for Iglesia Ni Cristo News Network.
Thank you very much to our brethren who participated in the blood donation program and to all the updates that we have just heard and listened to. And we have watched this afternoon. Thank you so much for always join our church activities and outreach program that are approved by the church administration. Thank you so much for, and may it be an inspiration for all of us. What's up next, Sister Gab?
It's now time for our C cover. We're featuring our talented sister, Vinia Nair, with her heartfelt rendition of the INC original music, The Hope. So let's enjoy this inspiring performance.
soon you'll come to worship our Almighty God. Hoping someday soon we will see you in the true worship of our God. Hoping today you'll come to see the clear truth in all God's words. So on that special day we'll be together on Jesus Christ's return. Now is the time to realize that our loving God is the one who is calling you. Cast away the lies and let God be your guide. May He open your eyes so you can see the truth inside the true church of Christ. Inside the true church there was prophesied. Hoping someday soon you'll come to worship our Almighty God. Hoping someday soon we will see you in the true worship of our God. Hoping today you'll come to see the clear truth in all God's words. So on this special day we'll be together on Jesus Christ's return. Now is the time to realize that our loving God is the one who is calling you. Cast away the lies and let God be your guide. May He open your eyes so you can see the truth inside the true church of Christ. Inside the true church that was prophesied. Cast away the lies and let God be your guide. May He open your eyes so you can see the truth inside the true church of Christ. Inside the true church that was prophesied. Inside the true church that was prophesied.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Vinia, for that very wonderful rendition. Thank you for always gracing our show. We just want to have a quick greeting to all the listeners who tune in today. Sister Berna, Brother Abraham, Sister Ida, Sister Aiko, Brother Archie, the Budlong, Sister Bajoy, Sister Bless, Sister Stel, Brother Eric, Sister Cheo, Sister Connie, Des Lord, Diane, hello Diane, Erdelina Kalimlim, Brother Glenn Novello, Grace Rivera Gardiana, Heidi Ansero, and a lot more. We might run out of time. Would like to do these special greetings to Brother Ronaldo Listening and Family District Supervising Minister of Malaysia, Brother Juan Miguel Mejia and family, District CFO Overseer, Brother Charlton Eric Flores and family, District Multimedia Advisor, and to all the ministers and ministerial workers in the District of Malaysia, to all celebrating their birthday this month of October. Happy birthday po sa inyong lahat. And we also would like to greet the uh, October babies from Singapore, from Sister Bajoy. Happy birthday to Sister Ruth Roque, to Brother J.R. Balasabas, Sister Melody Wong, and Sis She Liave. Yes, okay. Any 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 greetings? Any greetings, Sister Gab and Sister Shane? No, sorry, Sister Shane. I'm sorry, I've lost my video. Sister Shane, go ahead with your personal greetings.
I would like to greet my mom here in the local congregation of Jakarta and my dad in the Philippines currently and my sister in the local congregation of Singapore and my kuya, Kuya Sarnal and my Ate Tintin in the Philippines also. And also my brother Kuya Sarfred from the local congregation of Penang.
Thank you, Shane. Sister Gab, please take this chance to greet your loved ones.
I would like to greet my family in the Philippines and as well the congregation of Bangsar. And I think that's all for me.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who have tuned in today. Thank you to the staff and crew of INC Radio in the district of Malaysia, and of course to our Piatek in the studio and all the people behind this broadcast. I just like to greet Sister Annalyn Carbon and Brother John Patrick of belated happy birthday. They celebrated their birthday last week, and to my family in the Philippines and my husband in Melbourne, and to my baby Julian. Hello. And thank you for always tuning in to INC Radio Ecclesiastic, INC Radio Southeast Asia Satellite Studio. On behalf of the staff and crew, this is Sister Mitch. Please join us again next time for a wonderful program. Thank you.
Come with me and listen to God's words. His message will receive in our hearts. Come with me and follow all His words. His love and grace receive in your heart.